Garima, hello. It's a pleasure to see you here at the conference Money 2020. What brings you here at this conference?
Thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to seeing how financial institutions are thinking to adopt AI. Technology has never changed so quickly, so it's going to be fascinating to see how institutions are thinking to adopt them, how technology vendors are thinking how they're going to be what they're going to be bringing to the table for financial institutions, especially in context of financial crimes and compliance, which I care about. So I'm looking forward to seeing all the innovation, all the dialogue happening around AI governance, and the leverage to fight financial crime.
In your panel called Risk Room, you're speaking about different things, like the new kind of risk, AI, agentic payments, and so on. What are the risks we are facing or we will face very soon? For example, what things will change till next Money 2020? What kind of risk the financial institutions and banks have to take care about?
That's a great question. I would say AI is not just available to the financial institution, it's also available to the criminals, right? So the biggest risk financial institutions face at the time is the exploitation of AI by those criminals. It's going to be crucial that the financial institutions are prepared to envision the risk they are going to be facing in terms of exploited by criminals to and in context of their financial crimes and compliance program. So I think it's going to be a huge shift from what we see at the moment and how the criminals are exploiting and how institutions are going to be getting prepared to leverage AI to again fight the exploitation of AI by the criminals. I think that's going to be the biggest risk and area of a dialogue which I'm having with other financial institutions as well.
Your company is selling a tool called behavioral AI. How does it fit into the new EU AI Act and how it will work? What kind of services you'll provide with this tool?
We solve a problem which a traditional rule-based system could not. So basically the challenge with the traditional rule-based system has been that they are a retrospective system, meaning they can only find what is known to the investigator or the regulators. Additionally, the criminals leverage multiple accounts, multiple products and services, fly under the radar to continue to do their criminal activities. And that's exactly where rule-based systems fail, and they cannot detect these very highly sophisticated criminal activities. This is where ThetaRay leverages behavioral AI. We leverage unsupervised and semi-supervised model to find highly complex behavioral pattern. We not rely on only the labels which is coming out of the system. We can also learn from the find anomalous transaction based on the different typology, based on highly complex network which is going on.
The agentic payments, which is a very fancy topic today, and I think it's the future of the fintech, or at least a branch of the future of the fintech. Agentic payments are developing, are evolving, but at the same time, agentic payments means a machine will make a transaction in the name of a real person. We have in the background, we have anti-money laundering systems, softwares that were trained to work in a specific way, to track some specific things. How does this agentic payment break the rules and break the workflow of traditional anti-money laundering systems?
Agentic payments are highly fascinating to me because they changes the fundamental assumption on which all the AML systems are designed. We assume in the traditional AML system that the transactions are being initiated by humans. In the agentic payment system, that's no longer going to be the case. So the fundamentals have completely shifted. So for the financial institutions, instead of looking for a normal behavior, a human's normal behavior, they now need to look for what is normal delegated behavior. So their mind shift needs to be completely changed. The good news is that the behavioral model I talked about, they're well positioned to find anomalous or financial crime in context of agentic payment fairly, in a much better way as compared to the rule-based, because they can look for, the anomalous transaction, looking for the whole context, with the right intent, with the right product and services in mind. So they're well designed to find those anomalous behavior for agentic payment system. I would say the financial institutions who are going to be able to, come together, work with the vendors, and fight, look for anomalous for these agentic payment are going to have an upper hand when it comes to trust with their customer or for their compliance program. So the mindset needs to be completely changed. Instead of looking for human behavior, now we need to look for the delegated behavior, and the technologies needs to be pivot as well in finding money laundering, keeping those agentic payments in mind.
What kind of advice you'll give to financial institutions, payment institutions, what they have to do till the next Money 2020?
Well, that's an amazing question again. And I would say it's going to be crucial for financial institutions to, get their house in order before, they face the risk they're going to face with all the AI, which is going to be in hands of criminals as well, similar to us. So I think this is the time when they can really bring, innovation into their compliance program instead of those static rule-based system, and then really be prepared for the future, right? This is where they can think about adopting agentic AI for investigation, finding financial crime as well. This is where, instead of using the static rule-based legacy system, which can't even find the humans transaction that efficiently, it's not going to be efficient in finding agentic payment in the future. So I think financial institutions need to transform their program dramatically. They need to adopt these innovative technology, make sure that it's fully explainable. There is a AI governance in place. There is a documentation in place. They're able to explain this to the regulators as well. Make sure the foundation is right while they're getting prepared for what's coming in the future, I would say.
Thank you very much, Garima, for being here and taking a short interview at Fintech Garden podcast, and wish you good luck.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Bye-bye.